Howdy, folks, or should I say, ho, 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 folks. It's holiday season. I absolutely love the holidays, and when it comes to playing video games or chatting about video games, for me, it becomes that much more fun because as a kid in the 1970s, this Odyssey 2 back here was the first video game console. We had Pong actually in the early 70s, but this was a present to me from my parents, where the Atari Pong was kind of a family thing, where I was more of the nerdy kind. My two brothers were more, older brothers by the way, were more into hunting, and although I enjoyed hunting and fishing, and I went out with them, I was more nerdy. And therefore, the 1970s and the birth of home computers and video games and all that, it really tickled my fancy. So I became more of a nerd hunter fisher. And I no longer hunt, by the way. I do fish. I absolutely love fishing. I not only fish for my enjoyment, I also work for a company that makes fly fishing rods. So I did stay in the arena of outdoors, but I've been also a nerd all my life, and all my jobs have been techie. And so I appreciate being a nerd. And during the holidays, even more of a kid comes out in me. I'm kind of like this most of the time. I have my down times, and I have my calm times, but normally I'm pretty loud, vocal, chat, joke. That's just the way I am. And during the holidays, I get a little bit more, and I start itching for playing more video games and seeing what my friends are getting themselves for the holidays. Now, I gotta admit, as you get older, it's a little bit different because we have bills to pay, month to month, shit breaks, you gotta fix it. All the monies that you would, as a kid, save up from your chores to buy a goodie, those now go to fixing things that you don't want to have to fix. They're just things that you expect to work forever, and they don't. So it kind of sucks being an adult at times, but let the kid out in you during the holidays, and it's exciting. So this month, and probably next month too, I have my Odyssey 2 with the voice set up. I'm going to actually play soon, and I've never played this before, Turtles on the Odyssey 2. And that should be fun. And that's what sparked this, just kind of a chat video. Do you get more excited during the holidays? Even if you're my age, decrepit and old, in your later 50s. Although that's not really decrepit and old, but the young guys that think I'm a boomer. I'm not. I'm a Gen X. But anybody that's older than them, they think of boomers. We got gray hair, gray beards. Shit happens. You get older. You will get older. And you're going to look just like us playing, instead of playing Odyssey 2, you're going to be playing these high-tech fang-dangled Xboxes and stuff. It's just a little bit different, but you're going to do the same exact thing. Once in a while, I'll get comments on my videos. Hey, old fart. They basically tell me I'm an old fart that is an old fart. Which is perfectly fine, because I just always message back saying, believe it or not, friend, you're going to be identical to me. You're going to get older. You may not get as pretty as I am. You may be a little uglier, but see how I jabbed you there? No, it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, Odyssey 2. So in 1970s, I asked my parents for it and actually got the Odyssey 2. Not this exact one. I was stupid and got rid of all my stuff, like a lot of you probably watching this, and then over the years you had to buy it back because you found a spark of life again in enjoyment of it. And I asked for an Odyssey 2, received it, and Quest for the Rings was that first game that I had to buy separately. Casey Munchkin was just phenomenally awesome. It sure does rekindle some of that excitement for the holidays. Now, as you get older, I don't know how you guys all deal with it, but I'm been married now, 32 years, going on 33. We've gotten to a point where my wife and I think kind of in the last year or two said, don't buy me any gifts. Just let's get gifts for family and stuff like that. And if we have any leftover funds, which we typically don't, get ourselves something that we want rather than put gifts under the tree. Now, maybe we'll change when we retire and we'll start buying stuff for each other again and putting it under the tree and making it sneaky and all that stuff, because it is fun to do that. But at this stage in our 50s, still working, still have many more years to go before we can retire. Money's tight, shit's breaking, computers failing, all those things. It's kind of like, this year we kind of said, don't buy each other anything. Don't get a DVD on Amazon. Don't do any of this. Let's not buy each other anything. And if we have any leftover money, we can figure out, maybe there's something that we would like to buy for ourselves. Anyway, it kind of changes a little bit because it takes out that morning rush to under the Christmas tree where you shred open the packages and find that you have your beloved Odyssey 2 that you're going to enjoy for years to come. What was your first gaming console that you asked Santa for Christmas? Your parents or grandparents or just some rich relative that liked to buy you expensive things. What was yours? Was it an Atari? Was it an Intellivision? Mine was an Odyssey 2. 1976, I think it was, that I received mine, or 77, something like that. Asked my parents for it, did get it, and it is sparked the nerd in me ever since then, because I purchased the computer intro for that, and it's got a little keyboard on the Odyssey. That's what attracted me, because I wanted to program. And you could type in a quick little program. It's really not a computer, but it was getting the taste of future to come, because in 1980, I purchased my Atari 800. So that was not a gift from my parents. It was a present from me to me, because I had paper routes. Back then, kids worked. You didn't just lazily get out of bed. Oh, it's so hard to get out of bed. I'm just joking, but back then it was like, whoosh, get your ass out of bed. You have chores to do. If you don't do them, you're going to get spanking. Yes, I was a kid that got spanked. My wife and I don't have kids, so I can't say whether we would spank kids or not. But yes, we would. Because, yeah, when we got out of line and kids got out of line, we got smacked. And I think it's made a generally good, person out of us. I think some kids these days, they didn't get, twaddled on the butt enough, because they do shit that's well above and beyond what I'd ever fathom doing to anybody else in this world. It's just strange. But that's a different tangent. I don't want to tell people how to raise their kids or anything like that. This is the excitement of Christmas. And when you were a good kid, sometimes you would get good gifts. Sometimes you were a good kid and you didn't get any, and there were years that we had not too many gifts under the tree, but our parents always got us something, and always something that, whether it was a little thing or a big thing, always excited us. Christmas for us was a big time, and it is still for my wife and I. Even though we don't have kids, we've got dogs, cats, we treat them like kids. None of them play video games, but some of them bark behind this TV when I play video games, so I guess they're excited. I don't know. But are you excited more on the holidays if you celebrate them? I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. Whatever your holiday is, did you ask for something? Is it a gift exchanging holiday? Did you get gifts along the way? What was it? Was it anything nerdy? Mine were nerdy. Odyssey 2, and I'm still excited to play them today. Maybe even more so, because as you get older, things start getting a little bit more sentimental. You're older, so things look, gee, how many more years do we have left in the old ticker? Are we going to make it into 70s, 80s, 90s? Are we going to still enjoy computers? Will they still be around by then? Oh, damn, bills to pay. There's so many things that get thrown monkey wrenches into the picture that you get sad some days, but other days, not so much. And I try to focus on those positive, fun days. Holidays are here. Christmas hat's on. I'm ready for the holidays, even though it'll be a little limited this year because of the funds. I'm going to still enjoy what I have, because I've got a shitload of Ataris and... No, I don't have any Commodores. What the hell? Well, actually, I've got an Amiga 1, but that's not a Commodore. Well, it kind of is. Anyway, Odyssey 2, I'm ready to play some games, because it's what started my really video game playing back in the 70s. So down below, post, what is it that you received? Something nerdy? What, Atari, Intellivision, ColecoVision, any of them? Were you excited then? Are you more excited now? The same? Less so? Whatever it is, post down below. Have some fun with this video, and thanks for watching it. Bye.